one of the major things going on right now is development of civil society around the new media. Civil society is this arena or area between the private and the public. It's not the formal government or corporation type governance, but it's that question of, can we have a viable public that in which people can interact? And various groups, for example, the Sunlight Foundation has been doing studies and issuing reports on how to make public information more transparent, more accessible to people, so that a civil society can flourish. Here's something from Sunlight. Whatever information the government has or commits to making public, they're arguing that that standard means freely accessible online. It can't just be that, yes, there's a report sitting in Washington, and if you go to Washington, you could look at it during office hours if you paid a fee. They're arguing that public today needs to be online, available 24/7, for free, and in some kind of parsable format, meaning that not just an image file, but in some form where you can search it, extract data, look at it. And what Sunlight has done is to focus on questions like how much of this information is online, how much could not only be online, but be truly available to the public. Bertram and Grimes talk about the fact that governments have been making information available. For example, the U.S. data.gov does put information out there, but it's often for people like, well, let's say the folks in this class, or researchers, people who have a high level of technical skills. To truly democratize data, I think they're saying goes even beyond what Sunlight was saying. It's a conscious effort to make information easily accessible by the broad public. I mentioned peer production. There's an interesting paper by Yakai Winkler, who talks about, he's a law professor at Yale, and he says that, he refers to Ronald Coase. Coase won the Nobel Prize in economics for his argument that basically people do things for one of two reasons. Either they do it to get money, or they do it because somebody makes them do it, like the boss or the government. Winkler argued that there was actually a third motivation, which was this peer-to-peer production idea. He examined the development of open source software like Linux, but what he says would also apply to Wikipedia and many other kinds of public production.